All right, here's my program that I've made to search songs. It had to be changed due to the fact of me being on schedule, and it's kind of difficult to have the time to actually implement what I wanted. And the API class exercise was really over my eyes to somehow how these APIs can be very difficult to work with. We have a title right up here, Music Finder, search for songs on Genesis. That simple little title above our little search bar here. We're going to search for Purple Rain. It takes a little while to actually get the search, so I'll go ahead and start that. And you can see that there's this little title, search for songs on Genesis. Basically, just that's what the API we're using. Just kept it simple. I like that idea. Put a little picture up in the middle, made it look a little pretty aesthetically with the CSS format. And then you see that all these entries are numbered. We're a limited amount of songs that Genesis actually pulls, but we can actually see that we have the song Purple Rain, Prince, the URL, we can actually go to it, and the release date and stuff like that. So we can even search for numbers, and we'll get that started. And we have the release dates, the album, but if they're not available, it will say that and say album info not available, release date not available, lyrics are not available. And the lyrics was actually what I was quite lacking on. I couldn't figure it out how to actually get it to pull the lyrics. However, I was able to get the URL in place to actually let the user go to their website and actually see the lyrics and play a short bit of the song. And so you see here where you can enter numbers, you can actually search in letters for the song title, and we'll even type Taylor Swift. We'll search by a song artist's name instead, and we should be able to pull up at least around 10 entries. Dude, that's kind of what the Genesis limits it to. I didn't know if the lyrics were being not able to be grabbed because of the website, because I was experiencing that with trying to do some of the sports scheduling stuff. But here's my little program. And see, we are able to pull up Taylor Swift. We'll go to the first one. And like I said, this will take you straight to their little website. You'll be able to see the lyrics themselves. And then you can even play a little bit of the song. And that concludes my program. All right, here's my project, the Liberal Music Project. You've already just seen my website. So here's me going over a little bit of it and how I made those decisions to what led to making this project. I ended up going with option one. I know it was a change from what I previously thought I could do. A lot of that was just my experience with Exercise 7. So I ended up designing a software application to basically search for details of the songs and certain number of songs if the user has at least some recollection of who sung it, what the song name was or title, and that it uses REST API tools to actually pull, like the composer's name, the release date, and etc. It's a pretty simple program. It has a front end with the HTML, the CSS, and then it uses in the back end PHP and JavaScript to actually do the logic, pull from API, the user's input to get what their desired search. And my and the limitations that I face, or the challenges kind of, was my time. I work rotational shift schedule. I took off all December due to getting married, etc. And when we first start back, we don't really go on shift, and that going the days and nights every couple days and 12-hour shifts just takes a big toll out on me. Skill level is probably the second biggest, other than time, or at least actually that's the biggest. Time the second. And so I was really new to this new API stuff. And then when it came to actually, I changed my project due to this because I experienced in Exercise 7 some difficulty trying to actually get access to APIs and stuff, and really opened my eyes how difficult stuff like the sports stuff was, and how those programs and companies limit people from actually creating things. So I picked Genesis API. I ended up just typing up, searching. I had a list of them. I think this was like fourth, fifth on the list, the one I could actually get to work. I tried Spotify, I tried a couple others, and just had some difficulties getting those to work, and got this one to work pretty well for my program. And like I said, and you've seen, I was able to add song title, artist name, and URL to visit, album, release, and some error catching. If it's not available, it's going to say it's not available. And being able to search with a song title or artist's name was what this program could do. And like I mentioned before, the lyrics weren't available due to probably my skill level, and website like screen scraping. I think the website could at least always be done better. I've seen a lot of better websites that I absolutely love their designs. Cross-platform support through mobile or PC, and greatly supporting smaller to larger aspect ratios. Not many people have this like 4K monitor, even though it's cheap. Makes the viewing a little bit easier. And I know it when I design these programs that, like I see here, this is what I see. It's not always what the other user is going to see. And so as you can see here, with this, I have a very simple design where I said, I labeled it as Genesis, and here you saw just a little while ago, that was my website. And then you see the results, like I said, I mentioned before, and what you saw just a little while ago. And like I mentioned, here's just clearly PowerPoint design showing my languages used: PHP, JavaScript, HTML5, and CSS. And here's a link to the GitHub. I'll put a link for the YouTube. This has to be made first, then created. And thank you. This has been a pleasure working with you.